can speak to Arsenal fan Adam Keys. Now, right, Adam, you'll be very happy this morning. You'll be very happy all season. Is there anything better than seeing your academy players have such an impact in the first team?
Yeah, really, really amazing. It's such a joy to see. I'm sure Jamie one day thought he was going to be playing for Arsenal during his time at Hill End, but yeah, really, really great to see.
Yeah. No, look, fair play to him. He's a great player. And look, Arsenal, I was in the Arsenal academy. It's a great academy, one of the best in the world. It still is. Produce players, you know, every season, it feels like. So, you know, to be doing it at 15 years old, you know, is an unbelievable achievement. I mean, I was at Hill End when I was 15. I went to Arsenal school there. I couldn't imagine playing for the first team at that age, though. That's just, it's outrageous.
Yeah, it's insane. It's like, I think if everyone thinks what they were doing at 15, to be doing that and to be that confident and cocky on the ball. He touched the ball 34 times last night. And one of the kind of things I always think whenever you're a young player is you quite often look young, quite often you're overeager, you kind of run around like a headless chicken off the ball. He doesn't. If you look at the way he tracks back, the way he goes forward, everything that he does, he looks like he's ready to play at this level, and he's 15. I saw him in pre-season at the Villarreal game, and I had a great seat right in front of him when he came on. And honestly, I've never seen anything like it. And I've watched Ethan Moneri very closely over the last couple of years. Obviously, Miles breaking in as well. But Ethan was one of those, he looked like a young player whenever he first came in. If you look at his debut, Premier League, kind of one of his first games against West Ham, Odegaard kept giving him the ball, and he didn't know what to do with it. Diamond just looks ready. And another one as well, Andre Harry-Menounos. The big thing for me with him last night was he knew when to press, when to hold, and where to go. He didn't look like a 17-year-old. And how many 17-year-olds do we see breaking through that are leading the line for a team like Arsenal against someone like Brighton? Because they had some good players out last night, and Jason still can play through you if you give him time.
Yeah, he can. I mean, in October, you've had 6 games. You've conceded no goals. So is this the best defence that you can remember Arsenal having, even better than the late 90s and early 2000s?
Whoa.
In my lifetime, yes. But I don't remember the kind of the Adams Bowl, Keown, Winterburn, because I was too young at the time.
Lee Dixon.
Yeah. And Lee Dixon in there as well. So yeah, that era was kind of before my time. So I saw the end of it, but certainly over the last 25 years, this is the best I've seen. And I think the big thing is that we just don't look like we're going to concede. Although Brighton had chances last night, let's be honest. Kepa made a couple of big saves. There was one chance that went wide. So there were opportunities for Brighton to score last night, but that was with a completely different back four. But ultimately, there is this belief at Arsenal that we're not going to concede. And I don't know what I'm going to do whenever we do, because it's going to feel so weird at this point.
What do you think, Jamie, in terms of their defence, if you
it's
compare it to that? And then, you know, there's the Sol Campbell, Lauren and Ashley Cole, players that they've had.
Yeah, I mean, look, if you look at it, when I think of Arsenal and I think of Lee Dixon, Winterburn, you know, Keown
and Adams.
I mean, it doesn't get much better than that. Yeah. But look, this is a different type of back foot. Everyone goes on about the defence, and it is a great defence. Gabriel Saliba, amazing. You know, you've got a really good keeper. But when you watch Arsenal, they defend as a team. It ain't just the back four. The whole team defends. Declan Rice, his anticipation of danger, his awareness to get back into spaces. Trossard gets back in. You know, Saka defends. You know, when you watch them defend, it ain't just about having a great back four. The whole team defend as a unit. And that's why they are so hard to break down. And Arsenal are happy sometimes to sit in and say, all right, try and score. Because no one can. You know, and it is remarkable. But it ain't just about the 4 players at the back. It is the whole team that have been unbelievable this season. And fair play to them. They're better than anyone else at it right now.
Adam, most people are saying that they expect Arsenal to win the Premier League, and I'm sure you agree with that as well. But do you actually expect to win it easily?
No, definitely not. I think the reality is we're 9 games in. We've just seen a 12-point swing in the title race over a 4-game period that no one predicted. We are 9 games into a 38-game season. So let's be real about this. We haven't won the title. It'll be 22 years at the end of this season. I've seen Arsenal in 07-08 have a huge lead and really come out of the traps and really go firing. Things can swing a season. And I think for us right now, it's go and beat Burnley. Don't worry about what's happened in May. Go and beat Burnley on Saturday. Do the job there. Focus on the next game and keep going. It's one game at a time.
You're a fan, though. You're talking like you're Mikel Arteta, trying to play it down. You're a fan. You're allowed to talk yourselves up. You're allowed to say you're going to go win every game between now and the end of the season, win the quadruple.
He's the only one that ain't.
That's what I want. That's what I want in my head. But I've been scarred too many times. That's the reality. When I was 18, I might have said this, but I'm a bit older now, and it is a case of let's go and win the next one. The other thing I would say is let's enjoy this as well as fans. We have to really enjoy these moments because we've had some dire times. If you look at all the away trips to Stoke over the years, all the games where Arsenal's weak, like defensive displays, everything that went wrong, it's like let's enjoy every game and take it as it comes, because otherwise you get caught up in this. We have to win the title, and suddenly
you do have to win the title.
We do have to win the title, yes, but we also should enjoy the season as it goes. So for me, it's a case of I'm not looking at the end goal. It's just every week. And actually, the reason I watch football is because I love the game as well. Like every fine detail in the game. That's
Tom,
why you tune in.
They don't want to look at the end because they always bottle it at the end. That's why none of them want that. It's like I just want to think about the next game.
I'm more thinking about the fact he said he's had some dark times away at Stoke, and he's saying it to a Sunderland fan who's in League One.
Yeah, I know.
Seasons ago. Yeah. You don't know you're born, Arsenal fans, believe me. But we've got a poll running at the moment, Adam, saying how many trophies do you think that Arsenal will win this season? All right, so the options, there was 0, 1, 2, and there was 3+, and it's still 47% saying you'll win nothing. What's gone on with that poll, Adam?
47% of your audience are Liverpool and Spurs fans.
I think you might be right there. But in terms
I just kept tapping.
in terms of the first trophy available, the Carabao Cup, the final is in March. I mean, it would be nice for the manager to have that under his belt going into what he would surely see as bigger trophies to win this season.
Yeah, I think if you rotate and you get there that way, but the last thing we want is what we had last year, where you have the 2 extra Champions League games in January that you never had before last season, then the 2 semi-finals in January as well. So that can really mess you up. And let's be real, if Arteta wins the Carabao Cup and things fall apart in the league, that cup's not going to do anything for this team. This is a nice to have if we're able to do it like we did last night and get through games in that fashion with heavy rotation, great. But I don't want to see us playing our best team and going out and going all gung-ho to win this competition. That's just where we're at right now.
The Carabao Cup has always been a trophy, especially with, I remember Arsene Wenger, he'd feed players in there, give them opportunities, give them game time, give them experience against good sides. And I think that, Arsenal's academy is so good that you've been able to do that. Max Dowman last night. I think it's important that Arsenal were in it. So, he's right, they don't want to play the best side. You don't want to do what Liverpool did, where you just throw the towel in. They played a side last night where good players, not the best team, but still, a strong side with the big guns on the bench, because we want to stay in it, because we need the competition for our fringe players to get experience.
Do you agree with that?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I completely agree. I think we've got a big squad. You've got players like Mikel Merino, Ethan Nwaneri, Lewis Skelly that aren't starters automatically in the league, and they need minutes as well. And you're talking about international players here coming in and being able to essentially rotate a full 11 with other international footballers. Christian Norgard as well. Mosquera has been incredible since he signed for us. These players coming in, giving them minutes and making sure that this competition has them ready to play in the league if they're called upon. That's where you get the value out of this competition.
Yeah, is this the happiest you've seen Arsenal fans in your lifetime, Adam?
I remember the Invincibles and the double winners, so it's...
Yeah, but you're going to win the quadruple this season.
It's the most stressed I've seen Arsenal fans. It's a strange one because everyone's in this fear of what if we don't do the thing? And actually, that's why I'm saying we need to get better at enjoying these moments, because we can go back and things could change. So for me, it's a mix of happiness and stress. People are scared. What if we drop points? What if we draw a game? And that's a strange feeling as well. But there's definitely a confidence amongst the fan base.